when I saw dramatic results, right? People, I would see like people between 20 and 50, how they can drop weight and drop sizes to get very tall very fast, right? I would see people beyond 50, beyond between 50 and 70 years old. What I observed is that when you start giving them verbal instructions, it is very difficult for them to respond very fast in a very fast sequence. Also, they lose balance and coordination many times. So I saw that with training that balance and coordination and changing the program the whole time, I would see dramatic results with them, to the point that I would say people with 65 years old, they would train like 45 years old. The intensity, the range of motion, everything was like working out so great. So with all that, I started saying, why is this happening? So then I have my second year to see the story, okay, is that I wanted to talk with a top neurobiologist, someone studying the brain. Why was that happening? You're starting to do the exercise, that's good. So I was in the Starbucks, right? I was in Starbucks cafe, and I just did the DVDs, and I wanted to include a segment where people would start speaking about the brain, about the balance, about the coordination. So I saw these like huge one in the first line there in the Starbucks, sitting down. So I just took all my stuff, went to the other side of the Starbucks, sat down, and I said, hey, what's she doing? And she like lifted her head up like that. And he was like, I'm studying a brain. You know, this kind of like sometimes New York attitude. And I was like, you know, like very recent, they're like for 2 years. And I was like, whoa. So it turned out to be that we had a pretty good report. And she said, okay, so I can't say that I will participate in that segment, but my professor, the one writing this book, is a top professor at Columbia University. He's a neurobiologist, and why didn't you speak with him? So I went to speak with him, and voila, right? So I took all the pictures of all the exercises in the DVD, that 100, 125 per level, right? And I said, these are the results that I'm getting. Why is this? So he wanted to explain me why was that happening. And that's why I want to share with you right now, okay? So now, for that, I'm going to be needing Brittany. Super Brittany's going to come here, okay? Brittany, I call Brittany, hey. And I'm going to need, can I get you? Yay! Okay? Perfect. Who else? Can I get you? Trying to look at me. Can I get you here? Can I get you here? Okay, perfect. Wow. Very good. This? Okay, so you just come with me. There, stairs around there. Yeah, stairs there. Perfect. Cassie, this is Cassie. All of you, Cassie. Cassie, very good. Okay, so now, Cassie, you're going to be on the front. Cassie, you're going to be one of the sides. So Cassie is going to be around the side here. You're going to be in the front, here. Okay, what's your name? Front, run, clap around, run, play. Okay, so he's going to be doing this with this right side. So now, what's happening when you do a movement like this? Raise your heels, arms to the sides. Okay, people? Raise your heels and arms to the sides. And hold it. Perfect. Whoa! Look at that balance. And run. You're amazing. Okay, heels down. Very good. Very good. Okay, so we're working balance and coordination with that movement. Okay, so now, where does that come from? So you can see here is the brain. All of us have this, top of our shoulders. Yeah? Okay? So now, you have this part. See this part? It's called the cerebellum. The cerebellum is responsible for balance and coordination. Okay, so now, I'm going to explain about, and I don't want to get too technical, about this thing called a neuron. Okay, neurons is something that is making me speak right now. For you, you're trying to follow me, my accent a little bit hard. Okay, you're trying to understand me. The neurons are trying to do that job. Okay, you're going with your arm like that. Neuron connect with the arm, extend like that. Okay, you're solving a problem. You're solving a problem. Say, I got it. Brain, neurons, all the time are these factors. Now, I know Soccer, soccer. How many kids play soccer? Soccer? Yeah, good. Okay, so now, I'm going to tell you a very simple story about the neurons, okay? So now, imagine a soccer team, okay? So each one are passing the ball, right, to make the team score a goal, right? So imagine that you have, all of us, we have approximately 100 billion soccer players in our brain. All of them, they're doing a great job passing the ball. Okay? So now guess what? See this part over here? That part has 50 billion. 50% of the total soccer players in your brain, they're located right here. When you do a movement like this. Hey, what's going on? Bicep and heels out. Go, bicep and heels out. Heels out like that. Keep going, keep going. Bicep and heels out. A movement like this. Upper, lower extremity and do completely different movements. And you come up, hold it. All that comes from the back of the part of the brain called the cerebellum. Okay? So what happens? Yeah, you can stop. Okay, so what happens, right, when people age? Okay? I know that we all are frightened. I'm frightened too with that. After 30 years old, people start aging. Okay? So, what happens? Okay? So imagine a soccer team like USA, they practice, they go to training camp, they do this. So the precision when they pass the ball is perfect. Right? So imagine another soccer team, they like to hang out, eat ice cream, eat bad food, watch TV, play video games. What happens to that team? They're going to throw the ball to the other side. Right? So we don't want that team in our brain. We want USA in our brain, right? We want that precision, that team that is very good. So what happens is that when you do exercise, you do exercise like this, what you're doing is strengthening what is called technically synaptic connections. In other words, that people pass the ball with precision. That's the first effect of exercise. This is something that you gotta have very, very, very clear. And it's for everyone, right? People may be able to do this, athletes may be able to do this, right? Everyone can find that movement where you can promote that brain activity, okay? So soccer players, USA in our brain, great. So now, what's going to happen now, so you have Brittany on the right side, right? We're going to have Team A, Ron and Brittany, Team B, Cassie, okay? There you go, okay? So now Cassie is going to be doing a movement like this. Like this kind of pump like you see in the gym, people going like that, like going like very strong, like that. You see at 4 a.m. these trainers doing like this, you're going to change your body. So you keep doing that, like that, there, and you're going to go, you bring it, go up, and bicep and heels out, okay? You run, you're going to be just raising your heels and do a bicep. Just like that, go. Keep going, 10 times, faster, 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 faster. That's not fast enough. Okay, stop. So now, what happens to, keep going, what happens, what happens to Cassie, okay? This is her brain activity right now. See that part in red? That controls the voluntary movement. That she's moving her arms like that, okay? What happens when you're doing movements like those? Keep doing, okay? Keep doing. This is her brain activity. Here and here. See that? Okay? All these I learned when I was speaking to the, there you go, very good. Heels up and down. There you go. Okay? So all these I learned when I was with these neurobiologists who were able to put brain scans and who were able to see the different brain activity for movements. So this is huge, okay? So now, these are the parts of the brain. Now, you're going to see one part that we haven't talked already. It's called here. Okay? Technically, I don't want to get involved. It's called the basal ganglia. What does have that to do is with learning. Every single learning movement that you do comes from here. You can learn a new language, you can learn a movement. You're working that part of the brain. Okay? So when you're working, then you go to level 2. So Ron, you do one front leg, one back leg like that, right? And you just bring up and down bicep like that. Go up and down. So he is learning now this movement, right? So he has these three parts of the brain extremely activated. Yeah, this is your brain, Ron. This is your brain, Ron. Yeah, yeah. I can see it. You have a pretty good brain, actually. Okay? Okay, so enough of the brain. So, okay, so now if you want to get off the stage, I will call you later.